This tutorial will help you get started using the Acajoom newsletter system that we often install for clients. We're going to start by logging into the administrative back end. Once we've done that, we head into the Acajoom area, and we're going to start by making sure that we have a list. Now in this case, this client already has a list that they've created. If they didn't, or if we wanted to create a new list, it's very, very simple. We click New. We need to make sure that we publish the list. Whether or not we want it visible in the front end depends on the type of setup that you have. In most cases, we want a newsletter setup as opposed to an autoresponder. We can give the newsletter a new name. In this case, I'll just give it New Newsletter. You can set the sender information, click Save. And once we've got that, the next thing to check is whether or not we actually have people who are subscribed to it. You can click View Subscribers here, or you can view the whole list of subscribers that you've got. Now in this case, we'll see that because I just created this newsletter, we have no subscribers. But we could add subscribers to the list by going All Lists, clicking on a user, and then adding them to that list. Once we've got some users on the list, we then want to go to Newsletters. We select a newsletter, and we can then click New, and it will create a new newsletter for us. Now, I haven't done any configuration on this site to configure a new template for it, but you can. If we were to go back into the lists and click on the newsletter, we see that there's a tab for template. So you can go in here and you could take the header from your website and put it in here. You could customize the footer, you could change the colors to suit your needs. Now, we can also set it up so that we auto-subscribe users. So as new users are added into Joomla, we can have them automatically subscribed to the newsletter if you want. It's often a good idea to be careful with that. People are fairly leery about how their email information is used, so you probably want to make sure that people are okay with signing up for your newsletter first. For our sites, we tend to recommend that you have an actual sign-up form that they can fill out. Anyway, we'll go back to our newsletter. So we'll create a new newsletter. Now the Acajoom system is quite nice. You put in a new title. Type your content in. And it also has a space for you to put your text-only version. So what I often do is I will edit my newsletter in the HTML version, and then when I'm done I will copy and paste just the text version down into this. This is what users who are subscribed to the text-only version will get, so you want to be careful with that. As you're building this, you can test it. So you can do what's called a preview, and you can choose who you want to send that to. Hit Send Test Email, and it will send you a test so that you can proof it, make sure that it's going to look the way that you want. Once you've done all that and your newsletter is ready to go out, you would go back into your newsletter. You would then click Send. Now I'm not going to do that right now because I don't have any users and this is simply a test, but it would then show you on the screen the process of sending as it runs through it. So that's a quick little tutorial on getting started with the Acajoom newsletter system.